You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. By going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com, you can make this possible. All right, folks, over the weekend, actress Lela Rochon deleted her social media account as the photos came out showing her husband, Antoine Fuqua, the director, kissing Nicole Murphy. Now, social media went nuts, slamming Nicole Murphy, and Antoine Fuqua, saying, "How are you cheating?" But this also didn't happen. But then people began to talk about when photos of Lela Rochon. And people saw her, of course, in Harlem Nights, played the character of Sunshine. She was in Boomerang as well. And people began to talk about her size. And oh my goodness, look how much weight she's put on. Well, Dr. Rachael Ross, who's a sexologist, she also talked about this on her Facebook page, also in her live stream. And people been blasting Dr. Rachael, saying she is fat shaming. And she's saying, no, we better learn to have some honest conversations when it comes to our relationships. Dr. Rachael joins us right now. So, Doc, first of all, glad to have you here.
Glad to be here, Roland. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so for the folks who are watching, you're not one of these TV doctors who's a fake doctor. You are an actual doctor. You have a degree.
I have an MD and a PhD. I'm a family medicine physician, board certified practicing family medicine physician, and a clinical sexologist. So there we go. Let's put that out there.
All right. So when you made your post talking about when you saw the photos, different photos of Antoine Fuqua and Lela Rochon, and let me also say this before I get to that. Everybody knows who watched this show. I don't waste my time on black celebrities who got married, who got divorced, who they dating, who they screwing, kids they had. That's their personal business. I don't cover those stories. But I thought this was interesting because it reveals something. It took an entertainment story, a gossip story, but dealt with something else on the relationship side, on the health side, on the mental side. That's why I wanted to talk to you. And so you wrote this piece where you looked at these photos and you talked about body language. And you talked about what happens with black women when they get married when it comes to their health. And so share your thoughts. Why did you weigh in on this topic the way that you did?
Yeah, I appreciate you even asking. Now to me, I responded, with body chemistry and language the minute I woke up and saw it. And as I think most of Black America did, because what we saw there is our worst nightmare, right? Your husband kissing one of the most beautiful people in Black America, right? Because there's no real coming back from that, right? So I looked at the pictures and their body language, and I said, oh my gosh, did someone pose for these pictures? Are they making an announcement? Does he want his wife to know that, hey, it's me and this person now? Because it looks very staged to me. So my immediate response was to then go and look and see couples, pictures of him and his wife together. And so as I'm clicking, I said, oh my gosh, there's no connection here. There absolutely isn't. And so when I turned to social media, everybody was talking about all the weight that she gained. So I looked immediately at the lack of connection, immediately at the fact that Lela Rochon no longer looks like the Lela Rochon I remember her to look like. And so I took to social media to immediately respond like, oh my God, the same response I would have given if that was my sister, my cousin, my patient. It wasn't about make a connection with your husband, because at this point, when I saw the photo of him and Nicole Murphy, I said, well, his relationship with his wife is over now. So my response to her isn't, girl, go get yourself together and get your man back or anything like that. My response to her is like, okay, let's back up. We've obviously got some health challenges here. Now, as a physician practicing in Gary, Indiana for almost 20 years now, I can spot a health condition across the room. But to the untrained eye, it's obvious that she has health conditions too, because she has gained probably 30 or 40 pounds. And you can never convince me that that amount of weight gain is going to be healthy for somebody. So couple all of this together with the fact that we know, studies show, that when men get married, their health improves. But we don't see the same type of data with women, because women have a tendency.
But you also, but Doc.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. So I want you to make that point, because you said that in marriage, a woman's health worsens. Explain that.
Yeah, so they studied almost 80,000 women between the ages of 50 and 79 for about 3 years, right? And what they did is they looked at the parameters of weight, waist circumference, use of alcohol, exercise habits, and diets. So the women who were divorced and the women who were single, they actually fared better in all of these parameters. So before we thought relationships keep everybody healthy. Now, we know if you're diagnosed with cancer and you're with somebody, you have a better tendency to make it through that situation. But what we don't know, we cannot say that marriage is as healthy for women as it is for men. And it's because we have a tendency to give ourselves away in the relationship. So my post is about self-love, self-care. Take care of yourself. You know, we saw, you know, and what I like to do is take a celebrity situation and make it so that it relates to all of us. Because we've all been cheated.
Doc,
we've all cheated. Yes.
You also want people to deal with the reality that we are physical beings, meaning we are attracted to things physically. If you see a car, that's a bad car, we don't have the same reaction to an ugly car. When we see somebody, that typically there's a physical thing that catches our eye that leads to getting to know somebody. But the reality is, I can't see your soul or your inner being, because the reality is, if I see you across the room, I'm seeing the outside of you. And what I also got was I thought you were trying to get people to also deal with that understanding that when things do change to happen to us physically, whether we are men or women, it has an impact on somebody who we're with as to how they then treat us, receive us, or they feel attracted to us. And you're saying, yo, you better pay attention to that and not act like it's not important.
Oh, absolutely. And let me tell you something. People will show up in the office and they've lost a connection with their partner because of a new scent. Because they don't like the way he smells when he comes home from work. And believe it or not, that'll be the one thing. So if we can be not attracted to our partners because of a scent, certainly vision becomes a part of that. So yes, I mean, the elephant in the room is that Lela Rochon has gained a significant amount of weight. Now, there's theories that it's related to lupus and autoimmune conditions and things like that. But I want everyone to understand that if you have a physician who has you on so many steroids that you manage to gain 60 pounds, you need to change your doctor, because it doesn't have to go like that. Look at Nick Cannon. Look at Gina. You know, we cannot continue to make excuses for things that we actually do have control over. So when it comes down to it, you have to take care of yourself.
Right. As a sexologist, do you believe that part of the issue is that we don't really want to have these really deep, hard, honest conversations about what happens when you are in a relationship and finances change, weight changes, your emotional connection changes, your commitment to kids over your relationship changes? That part of this issue, that when people cheat or when people actually get divorced, is because we don't want to deal with this. Men and women don't want to confront the hard stuff. And then, frankly, what happens, it may lead to somebody cheating, when in fact, had you chose to not step out and had the conversation, you could have avoided that to either leave or stay.
No, yeah, absolutely. I get questions all the time from people who are thinking about cheating. You know, they like my point of view because it's just realistic. You know, it just is what it is. And I've had husbands message me about weight gain. I've had husbands message me about illness. And my message is always very clear. You know, you really need to work with your wife or your husband to try to get things right. Now, we don't know what happened in this particular case. But what I can see when I look through the timeline of the pictures is that he steadily losing weight and she's steadily gaining weight. But I also know he put her through a love child situation. So I know there was a lot of stress in the home there. And what I want people to understand is that stress will kill you. If you're in a negative relationship, that can actually kill you and cause you to gain weight, cause you to end up with chronic illnesses. So what came first here, the chicken or the egg? We have no idea. But what we do know is that when we see those pictures of him with Nicole Murphy, we're looking at someone who is, you know, like a gazelle. Every woman is just like, can anyone, I mean, like, why is this happening to me? Why would he cheat on me with her? Of all people, there's no competition there. So I think he was a jerk before all of this. But I also can see that this timeline of disconnect happened along with this trajectory of weight gain. And we have to take care of ourselves for ourselves. Now, the relationship part of things has to be important too, but you've got to do it for yourself.
All right, Dr. Rachael Ross, folks, be sure to subscribe to her YouTube channel. Check her out. Doc, we appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Man, anytime. Good talking to you, Roland.
All right, Doc. All right, folks, back to that Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
All right, folks, you've heard me talk a lot about marijuanastock.org. Why? Because I want to keep you informed of investment opportunities that make sense. We have all watched the growth of the cannabis industry. A recent report by New Frontier Data estimates the global cannabis market at over $340 billion. We know that marijuana legalization is sweeping the country state by state. We also know that marijuana has a good cousin, the hemp plant, with a much higher concentration of CBD. That means hemp gives you all of the medical benefits of marijuana without getting you high. Until recently, hemp farming was practically illegal in the U.S. and heavily regulated by the DEA. However, the 2018 Farm Bill changed all of that, making it legal to grow hemp CBD in the U.S. and creating one of the largest commodities worldwide. And they need land to grow all of the plants. Folks, this is not rocket science. It's just an investment, an incredible investment opportunity. And that's where our good friends at 420 Real Estate come in. In their business model, it is simple. They buy land that supports hemp CBD grow operations and lease it to licensed, high-paying tenants. That's right, they are hemp CBD landlords, and you can get in on the action. Our friends at 420 Real Estate decided to do something special for the Roland Martin Unfiltered family. Originally, the minimum investment level was $500. Right now, though, you can invest in the crowdfunding campaign for as little as $200. The range is from $200 to $10,000. Again, this is a $340 billion industry, okay, that is still growing, and you can get in with as little as $200. To invest, go to marijuanastock.org. That's marijuanastock.org. Get in the game, and you can do it now.
Now back to your Roland Martin Unfiltered video.